guys, what's up? This is Butch from Roll, Minnesota. As many of you guys have heard, Rob G suffered a serious gunshot wound down in Peru and has a lot of medical expenses. And I've lived a very fortunate life. I'm pretty privileged financially, and I really love blading. Everything about blading is just a big family, and when one of us is hurting, it's up to the rest of us to come to the rescue. And if you guys have been following it, he's got a GoFundMe page, which we'll link in the bottom, the description. And it's amazing what rollerblading was able to do, raising over $100,000 for him in a few days. And I decided I want to help with that. I've got a bunch of old skating stuff that I don't use anymore, stuff that I think we could sell and maybe add some money to the cause. So Nelson Juan, you probably know him from Blade Trade. He's a buddy of mine. Does a lot of deals there. He's well reputable. He's going to be selling this stuff and make an offer. Any of this stuff, some of it better than others, some of it's pretty vintage. And we'll kind of walk through and I'll tell you a little bit about each one of these things. But at this point, any money we can raise will be helpful, and we're going to be sending all this money as long as our well wishes to Rob G, hoping for a speedy recovery, and hopefully it helps out. So one of the things that people know about me is I hate breaking in new liners. So I have a ton of old liners that are brand new, just sitting there, not doing anything. These are brand new Razor liners. They're size 8. They're from the Wakikis. These are one thing you could have. Again, brand new. Never been touched. Next, we got another set of Razor liners, brand new. These are 7.5s. If you guys want some liners, you can get these for cheap. We got another set of liners from Razors. These ones are slightly used, but they're still pretty good. They're white. I don't know, Razor liners. All right, let me tell you guys about these skates. These are the only times I have ever skated USD, and they're very beat up, as you can see. Buckles are gone, but these skates have a special place in my heart. I learned 360 topsole grinds on handrails in these, and that was the first and only time I've ever done that trick. So a lot of history behind these ones. The right skate's beat up a lot more than the left skate. I'm a right-footed skater. It's my dominant foot, but we've got those up. Next up, we've got the vintage Trs Access. These were actually the first skates that I started blading back in 2001, I think. And these are smaller. I think they're size 6 or 7. I'd have to check into that. But they're very, very fresh. These actually belonged to my sister-in-law when she was blading, and she was pretty good. And she was okay with donating these to the cause. She doesn't use them anymore. So if you're looking for some vintage, fresh TRS skates, these are in pretty good shape. They need to be cleaned up a little bit, but not worn down. Plates are pretty good. We got those. Next, these I'm really excited for. Probably the best looking TRS skate in the vintage pile. For those of you that are skate collectors, this is one you're gonna want. These are Frankie Morales Pro skates from Rollerblade. The black, the gray custom. We've got some jug liners in there. They're size 8s. And it's a very fresh boot. Like new condition. Love these things. Hoping these can find a good home, somebody that'll put them to use, or just have them up on the shelf in the collection. Next pair of skates, we've got some Razors Genesis 4.1s, the all-white ones. Interesting story, you're probably looking at these and noticing that one is significantly more used than the other. I'll put the clip in, but 2009 I won a park competition at Overpass Skate Park. It was actually the first competition that I won, and kind of funny backstory. The day of the comp, I broke my right skate. The buckle just snapped off. And so I had to improvise, and what I ended up doing is grabbing an entirely different skate, the right foot of this. So I had 2 mismatched color skates, and I skated the best day of my life. A lot of emotions attached to this one, but it was a really good day for me. So if these are a pair of skates you're interested in, there's still life left in them, some new sole plates. They just clean them up a little bit. They can see more action. Next, we've got some Cory Wakiki skates. These are also size 8, 9 shells. I like to support the industry by buying a new pair of skates every year. I could probably still roll these, but I think it's good to get out there and visit skate shops and buy new product. But as you can see, they've got the Featherlight frames, the Cory Wakiki skates. We could probably find some liners to throw in there, but not too bad a condition. Again, right foot dominant, so this one's slightly more beat up, but not too bad. Put in an offer on those guys. Had a lot of fun skating these. The Cory Wakiki skate has probably been my favorite pair of Razors I've ever bladed, so check those out if you're interested. Next, we're going to transition over to the frames. Now, I wanted to come up with some frames that are kind of different, ones that people might be interested in. So first, we've got the TRS frames These are from the Estelo Pros back in 2002, 2003 maybe. And they have the aluminum H blocks. These things can throw sparks if you're grinding coping or rails. They're a little bit slower than plastic, but they're kind of fun to mess around with. So if you guys are interested in those, I think they're size medium. They should fit anything from a size like 7 through a 10, 10 and a half. Next we have some shadow frames. These are the Mook frames. I tried these. I didn't really like them when I first got them, so they haven't been used a whole lot. But I know there's some people out there that are interested in shadows, and they're vintage now. So if you're looking for some shadow frames, you got a pair of those. Lastly, but not least, I know it's something that a lot of you collectors are out there looking for. We still have it in the original box. Physics suspension frames. These were donated by my brother. He and I both rode physics frames back in like 2003, 2004, and his haven't seen a lot of action. So we got the aluminum rockers in both the front and the end, the front and the back, plastic rockers in the middle. These wheels are pretty old, but as you can see, the frames have hardly been used. They're black, size medium, should fit most of you guys out there. If you're looking for that, we'll throw the box in too. You can have the whole setup. If you want the wheels out, we can easily replace it with newer, fresher wheels. There you have it, guys. Either way, we'll be supporting Rob G financially, whether you buy skates or don't. But if you think any of this will be useful to you, send an offer to Nelson. He'll hook you up. This is Nelson. He's the guy behind the camera, and he's the one that's going to be listing and selling this on Blade Trade. Remember, when you fall down rollerblading, you got to get back up, and sometimes getting back up requires the help of your friends, and that's what this is. It's just a big community. So thanks to everybody for watching this. Thanks everybody for supporting Rob, and I'm sure that together we can help him get back on his feet. Peace.